So we'll go over today about how to change the window regulator and this keypad on this Expedition. There's plenty of videos out there on how to change the window regulator, but none for this. And this whole piece of molding's got to come off. So I'm going to start by opening everything up in here. So this is our temporary little indicator on, hey, don't use this because it's broke. And we'll get this out, get the door panel off, and then we'll work on the trim back there because we got to take the mirror off too. So back here, you can see there is a cover. I'm going to take a pick or a small screwdriver or something. There's your hardware behind that. Don't lose the little cover. Now on this side, we got another one. There's a hole right here. There's a Phillips head screw back inside of there. I don't know if we can see that yet. There it is. You're going to take both of those out. Alright, now you're going to use the ratchet. We got our help here today. While you're taking that out, I'm going to take out this Phillips head over here. Good job. Set it all down here. We'll try and keep track of our parts down there. There's more hardware under here. There's two more under here. I don't see any around this other side, so we're going to take those two off. See if the door panel comes off. All right, we've got those out. We're going to see if the door panel comes off. So take your pick very carefully, stick it up in here, and pop this loose. Once you do that, you can get a finger back in there and gently work it out. Pull the door handle. You also got to get down in here, pop this cover off. You got two down in here. I've got those two pieces of hardware out. There's two on the bottom, one here. Take this trim off, and for your Phillips head screw over here. Let's see if this comes off now. Should just lift off. Looks like we've got one here up by the tweeter. This may be like a press in, like Christmas tree connector kind of thing. We're gonna take our trim tool, carefully pop that out, and off comes our door panel. Now we've got a couple. Actually, this vehicle's got 1, 2, 3, 4 harnesses that go into here for all of your switches. Now, again, this is a 2011. We get our window switches unplugged. Door lock. Maybe. Power mirrors. And then there's one here for the tweeters. I'll bring it down here so you can see. So we got rear windows, front windows, door lock, power mirrors, and here's the switch that comes up here to the tweeters. Yours doesn't have the big stereo. It's not going to have this probably. So now the door panel is loose. We can start by taking off the water shield, take the speaker out, and looks like there's some sound deadening in there. I'll take that out too to get to the regulator. Now on the speaker, it does have a hex on the outside of it, so you can use the same 7mm socket that you use to take the panel off, or it has Torx in the side of it, inside of it, in the head. I don't know if they're all like that. Let's see right there. There's 4 of those. Now, let's see if the speaker comes out. Disconnect both circuits on the speaker. You got it, bub?
Yeah.
Good job.
Ooh.
Now the speaker's out. So now we'll start by taking this water barrier, dust barrier, etc. off of here. We're going to start with just the bottom side. Pull on it. Actually, we got to take our trim tool. Pop this one loose. So that goes through the plastic up here. Just mind your harnesses, where they go. Try to remember.
I'll start over here.
Okay, you get that side.
Go get it.
I'm gonna try and break it. Okay, just there you go. If you pull a little faster, it ought to break instead of stretching. Pull off. If it's warm enough, you'll be able to get it to stick back where it belongs. Otherwise, you might need to use a hair dryer or something to heat it up when you reinstall it. So here's our regulator, and this is a window motor. Not quite sure what happened to this one, but it definitely does not want to roll up and down. So there must be a problem with this cable mechanism here, which is super common. So what we'll do is we'll unplug our motor. Let me find where the little tab is. I think it's right here. Maybe. There it goes. Okay, so what else we have here? We have these other harnesses we got to take loose. We have to take this off, which is another Torx. This is Torx. This is a crash sensor. It's got to come off. The motor's Torx.
I'll go get a wrench for this.
Yeah, we're going to pause for a second, get the right tools, and be back. All right, so let's check here. Got a T30.
Yeah, just in case we need it.
Okay. T30 is going to be for the motors. Okay.
I can probably take these
You do
out
this?
by my hand.
All right. Just use the ratchet there. That's okay. Put it back in, keep going. I don't know how far they go in. I wish we had a little electric driver, but we don't. So we'll just do it this way for now. It's in that plastic, so you're probably gonna have to go a long way, a long time. A lot of the older vehicles I've done, the motor comes with the regulator. I guess they decided to do it a little differently here. So we're going to hold on to this motor too so we don't drop it. It's coming right out. So looks like the motor's fine, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this motor back in there. We're going to just see if it acts right. Maybe it's just the motor. So there's no damage to any of these cables here. So we're going to plug that in. Just going to let it rest here. We're not actually going to bolt it up just yet. We're going to let it hang. Alright. So the motor works fine. It's got to be something bound up in the regulator, but it never hurts to check. Never hurts to check that stuff before you get too far into it. Now, let's say it was a motor. Well, this thing is 11 years old, so we'll probably replace the regulator anyway while we got all this apart. So, we've got the motor off. We're going to disconnect it again here. Alright, so we need a smaller Torx for this plate for the door handle. We will totally use it out of your tool set.
Yeah. But now these small ones, I don't know why they made these, but look how small they are. Look how small these ones are.
Oh yeah. I've run into a few of those small ones before.
On trucking vehicles.
Well, sometimes. Mostly on stuff at work. Again, if you've got a driver, use it because it'll be faster. Pick these up from Harbor Freight. That makes it way faster. These bolts, you don't want to get them mixed up because they're specific to their locations. T25 on the crash sensor, and on your crash sensor there's a little red tab here you gotta pull down before you can push this tab in and unplug it. Try not to break that tab off. Hey, that got warm. So you got to get this door handle off. So we're gonna pop out our cable. And then there's a tab on top here. We're gonna put our trim tool under. Separate this. Just raise it up a little bit so you can get the door handle shaft off. You can roll this around, pop the cable out, just like a throttle cable on a carburetor. Come right out. So now we've got these bolts that we're going to use. We're going to take out for the regulator. We also got to pop out some more of these connectors here. Get our harness off of the regulator.
Dad, this would work.
I think it's a little big. You still have to size up, okay? Looks like we can split this.
This will work.
And get it out of our way. What size you got there?
10.
10 millimeter, I'd say you're right. Okay. Try it on this one, where you got a better angle. Look here. Here. Start around here. Just watch your fingers.
Go up.
Counterclockwise. Go to the left. So we get our wiring harnesses here out of the way. It's coming. You're getting it. We're gonna go ahead and, do you want to use a ratchet instead of a wrench?
Nah.
You just want to do it the old-fashioned way, huh?
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna use a ratchet, or if I can find an adapter for this. Actually, we'll just go get a 10 millimeter 3/8 drive. So we got 2 here, 1 here, the one he's working on here, here. I guess we can see that in the video. Here, there's one down here at the bottom. That's for your track. You don't want to take that out. Then we got these 2 here, and then this regulator assembly will come out. It looks like these you don't actually have to take all the way out. These are slotted, so we're going to use those as supports. All right, we'll make sure we're going the right way. Oh, you got to turn your hand there, so you're going to the left. Now check it. Put your, look here. Put this hand on here for support. Just there you go. Keeps it from moving around on you. This is the kind of stuff a lot of people need to be doing with their kids these days. They're sitting watching other people playing video games or Minecraft. We don't do that stuff around here, do we? Nope. Ready to come out. We got one more up top here. Right up top here. There you go. Down there with the rest of them. Alright, well, let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to disconnect it from the window. And we also forgot, very important, we forgot to tape up the window so that it doesn't fall down inside the door. So we need to kind of regroup here for a second. Never forget to tape up your window. Don't do what we just did. And then we've got in here, there's bolts we're going to take loose. Because if you forget to tape up the window, it's going to come down into the door. It might not bust, but it probably will. And that's no good. Now we've got our window taped up. We're going to loosen the clamp hardware on both sides. Now we should be able to take this regulator out. I hope. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, it falls right out now. It's weird. So try to snake this around in here, I guess. Doesn't really work easily. Down here very low. Look, that's cut out perfectly. Hang up on the wiring harness, of course. And there we go. It's out.